Well, happy Friday, everybody. Friday the 13th, actually, to be exact. We made it to the end of the week. The weekend is coming up, and some of us are going to see some warmer temperatures. Some of us are going to see some cooler temperatures. But for the most part, a lot of us should be seeing some not bad weather as we head into the weekend. I'm meteorologist Hunter Forst here for more with Moeller. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram here, and I work for the 13 News Now station here in Norfolk, Virginia. And we have a few good things to talk about today, especially the meteor shower that's going to happen tonight. Going to be super cool. It's one of the best ones of the year. You can see a ton of meteors flying around throughout the night tonight, so hopefully you'll have some clear skies. We'll take a look at that and see who's going to have the best weather for that meteor shower. We're also going to talk about some warm-ups, some wet weather. There's some wildfires going on in areas of California and Oregon as well. And we're going to take a closer dive, or a deeper dive, into the weather here in Hampton Roads, because we also have some warmer weather coming on the way. It's been a chilly couple of days, but as we go throughout the next few days, things are going to be looking a little bit warmer here for Hampton Roads and a good portion of the eastern United States. Now, we do have a meteor shower tonight. This is the first topic. It is the Geminid, Geminid, I believe. I could not tell you exactly how that is pronounced. Geminid meteor shower tonight. It peaks tonight into early tomorrow morning, but it's active through the 20th of December, and you could see even more than dozens of these an hour. If you have clear skies, you could be seeing a lot of these meteors flying around. I believe NASA said you could see up to about 120 meteors per hour. So it's going to be a really great light show. It's one of the best ones of the year, and it's most impressive between 12 and 2 a.m. So here are some facts about this meteor shower. All of these are coming from an asteroid 3200, and it's responsible for this meteor shower. The peak of this will be at 2 a.m. for all time zones. So not 2 a.m. in Eastern time and then, 11 o'clock in California or Western time zones. Anytime at 2 a.m., no matter which time zone you're in, you should be able to see a good show if you have good weather. Meteors are moving. These meteors are moving at 79,000 miles per hour. 79,000 miles an hour, which is actually 22 miles per second. So they are moving rather quickly. They're going to be looking like shooting stars. If you have a lot of wishes you need to make, tonight is a good night for that. So what's the weather going to be like in the United States for this? And is there anything that's going to make it a little more difficult to see? Well, unfortunately, there is almost a full moon going on. We have the cold moon, which is the last cold moon, or the last full moon of the year, and they call it the cold moon because we're entering into the coldest parts of the year, and it's the last full moon of December. So the bright moon, is it going to make it easier to see some of these things? It might make it a little more difficult, more light in the sky, so it could be harder for some of us to see some of those flying around, but not impossible. The full moon doesn't actually come out until, I believe it's tomorrow night is when it's actually the full moon. So tonight is the night before, but it's still going to be pretty bright. Here's the meteor shower forecast for tonight. So if you're in New York City or Boston, you're going to have some pretty clear skies. It's going to be cold, 19 degrees tonight in Boston, 23 in New York, but clear skies. Cleveland, 16, a few more clouds in areas from Orlando up to Atlanta, Raleigh, Cleveland. Eastern seaboard is going to see a bit more cloud cover heading into the area as we head later into the afternoon and evening hours. We have a kind of a big storm that's starting to brew out here in the Midwest. But we'll see a little bit more cloud covered portions of the East Coast from Raleigh down to Atlanta, Orlando, New Orleans as well. But comfortable temperatures tonight in Orlando, about 60 degrees. It's only 16 over in Cleveland. As we head over towards the Midwest, not going to be the best area to see some of these meteors tonight. From Houston up towards Minneapolis, a good amount of cloud cover. Chicago, going to be cold. mostly cloudy. Same with Minneapolis, could see some snow. Omaha, looking like you'll see a bit of a wintry mix. 29 degrees, could see some sleet, snow, some rain overnight tonight. Oklahoma City, Dallas, Houston, temperatures a bit warmer, 40s, 50s, and 60s, but could see some thunderstorms as we go into the overnight hours. Houston, cloudy as well. Little Rock looking at 47 degrees and some rain. So not looking like the best weather for that. As we head towards the Rocky Mountains, it's looking a little bit better for Denver, 28 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Same with Billings, maybe a few bit more clear skies over in Montana. Salt Lake City could see some snow as well, 33 degrees. Phoenix, Las Vegas, you guys are going to be having some pretty good weather as well to see some of the meteor showers. 41 in Las Vegas, 47 in Phoenix, but pretty clear skies. But we'll see more clouds as we head over towards the west coast. LA, 50 degrees, but mostly cloudy. San Francisco, it's going to be pretty rainy tonight. 56 degrees, there's a big storm, a lot of these regions getting in on some snow and rain showers, which is certainly needed. A lot of wildfires over here, but not going to be the best for the viewing. 43 degrees in Seattle and going to be rainy. So certainly not the best weather in a lot of these areas. I would say Phoenix, Las Vegas, Boston, New York, you guys have some pretty good weather. Now, we also have had a lot going on. We've seen some cold and dangerous weather the last few days on both the east and the west coast, facing two major storms, from feet of snow to heavy wind and power outages to major travel delays and wildfires. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the latest.
This morning, a pre-winter storm leaving a path of destruction from Wisconsin to Rhode Island.
I came home and the whole root system came out, as well as the tree fell down.
In Michigan, thick ice and whiteout conditions snarling traffic. These firefighters nearly caught between their vehicle and an out-of-control truck flipping across the road. In Boston, officials say heavy rain and wind are to blame for this building collapse. A clogged drain now blamed for flooding one of the city's major tunnels. And in New York City, powerful winds downing more than 100 trees. But the biggest impact? Snow along the Great Lakes. Erie and Buffalo buried in snow, at least 30 inches in some areas. The snow slowing down this morning, but frigid temps tightening their grip.
There's also going to be the chill. The frost alerts all the way to southeast Georgia. It's some improvement. Chicago's 0, but you see those teens over in the northeast.
Similar scenes along the California-Nevada border, where some areas could see 4 feet of snow by Sunday. Drivers told to avoid travel in the Tahoe area. Rain blanketing the Rams 49ers game in the Bay Area last night. Some of that rain could spread into Southern California, where this wildfire in Malibu has burned more than 4,000 acres, forcing thousands from their homes, including Cher and Dick Van Dyke. Van Dyke saying he's now been reunited with his cat, feared lost in the chaos, posting, "We found Bobo as soon as we arrived back home. Thankfully, he was easy to find and not harmed." Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Certainly glad they found Bobo there from that wildfire. But yeah, we have been seeing a lot of crazy weather from the East Coast to the West Coast really throughout the month of December, and especially those frigid wind chills, those areas in Wisconsin and Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. The other day, Minneapolis had a wind chill of negative 25 degrees. Absolutely freezing. And current temperatures out there now are a little bit better, but taking a look at the highs yesterday, it was only 6 in Minneapolis. That was their high, not even including the wind chill. 6 degrees, 15 in Chicago, but look at the eastern seaboard. Bangor, Maine was pushing 60 degrees yesterday. It was 6 degrees cooler than Orlando, Florida. Absolutely wild. 62 in Dallas, 23 in Omaha, 11 degrees over in Bismarck. Down here over towards the Hampton Roads area, it was 49 in Norfolk, 52 in New Bern, but it was much cooler as you head off towards the west. Jackson, Kentucky, 39, Louisville, 39, 50 in Nashville. But as we look at the temperature change from then to this morning, we're much cooler. remember the high yesterday in Minneapolis was 6, and now we're only 6 degrees warmer than that. We're 22 degrees warmer in San Antonio, 4 degrees warmer in Orlando, but we are much cooler in areas of Maine, New York City as well, about 8 degrees cooler, 13 degrees cooler in Bangor, Maine, but much warmer in areas of the West Coast. Here are the current temperatures out there right now. Minneapolis, you're sitting at 0. So you really have not been seeing much relief the last couple of days. It has been freezing, but you guys are going to be seeing warmer temperatures. And when I say warmer temperatures, still below freezing, but better than 0. 54 in Orlando right now, 40 in Norfolk, 10 degrees in Bismarck, Bangor, Maine sitting at 25. It's 40 here in Norfolk, 32 in Albuquerque, 34 degrees over in Salt Lake City. But with the wind chills, it is rough out there for a lot of us. Except for Orlando, you're sitting at 54. You guys are feeling pretty good. I just feel so bad for these people in Minneapolis. Negative 16 wind chill. Hopefully you guys are bundled up and just able to work from home, because I would not be able to get up if it was that cold where I lived. Feeling like 23 in New York City, 16 feels like temperatures in Bangor. But again, we're going to see a bit of a warm-up heading through the next couple of days for some of these areas. Much needed. But if you're curious about what the coldest wind chill ever was in the United States, negative 108 degrees on Mount Washington in New Hampshire. Now, normally it gets pretty cold up there, but this is frigid. The wind chill of a negative 108 degrees. That is astronomical. That is wild. So here's taking a look at the wind chill explainer. You know, normally our bodies kind of express heat. You know, we're radiating heat off of our bodies. And then once we include some wind, the heat kind of just blows off our skin. And when it's windy, moving air breaks up the insulating warm layer. And this helps speeds up the heat loss. And that's why it feels so much cooler when you have the wind. But again, we're going to see a bit of a change going throughout the next couple of days. We're going to have our next front pushing through the eastern half of the United States, and behind this, some more cooler weather, but in front of this, some warmer temperatures as we head throughout the next couple of days, especially on the East Coast Sunday and Monday. But you'll see this cold front kind of breaks up heading throughout the next couple of days. We'll see another cold front push through on Tuesday, kind of breaks up again as well. Wednesday, most of us are staying dry, but we're going to see another front push through on Thursday. This is going to bring more snow to areas of the Northeast, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio as well, but areas from Boston, New York, Washington, Norfolk, Raleigh, going to be all snow for the most part. The low pressure system's too high north to pull in that colder air for areas along the 95 corridor. You need that low pressure system to kind of be right around here, you know, off the coast of Jersey, you know, 100 miles out or so, because then that'll help drag in much colder air from the north, and you'll be able to get snow in the 95 corridor. But if it's too north, it pulls in too much warm weather, warm air, and then that's how you get all that rain in those areas. But right now, I mean, things are looking pretty good for a lot of us in the United States. Again, a few showers over towards California and Oregon as well, certainly needed because of those wildfires in Northern California and Oregon, but there are still a lot of fires in areas of Southern California as well. They could see a few showers, but not looking very likely. Still seeing some lake effect snow in areas of New York. Again, you have that wind coming from the north and the west, and when you have wind in that direction, that's when you get that lake effect snow. You have the super cold air over the warmer waters, you get lift in the atmosphere, and then you get that lake effect snow. I mean, we've already seen feet and feet and feet of snow in all of these areas, and they're expected to even see more as we go throughout the next couple of days. I've already been seeing 3-4 feet in areas of the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, and even throughout the United States. Not a whole lot of snow out there. Really, the most of it out west of the mountains, of course, and areas here along the Great Lakes. Over the next 48 hours, not looking like you'll see a ton, but have already seen a lot already this December. Anywhere from, you know, 3 to 6 inches, maybe up to a foot in some areas that we'll see that more persistent lake effect snow. Same in areas of Michigan, not looking like you'll see a whole lot over the next 48 hours, maybe 1 to 3 inches for the most part. But again, this is when we're going to start to see a bit of our pattern change, thank you to the jet stream. So let's take a look at this right now. You'll notice that by Monday, we kind of have an amplitude jet going like this. It's kind of like a snake. So you're going to have much colder air in here in areas like Minneapolis, North and South Dakota. But you'll notice there's a ridge building in the eastern portions of the U.S. That'll help bring us some warmer temperatures. But when you have an amplified jet stream like this, it could bring in some kind of bad weather along with it. But you'll notice it kind of evens out a little bit as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. So that storm that gets created heading into Monday and Tuesday kind of it weakens as we go throughout the next couple of days. So that's why areas, along the East Coast aren't going to see much from that first system. It's really going to be more of the Midwest type areas and then push up into areas of New England. Then we're going to see another shot of cold air coming in heading towards the end of the work week. So a ridge kind of building in the northeast-ish, but we'll be on the fringe of the ridge and the trough. And then once that pushes through, going to bring in some cooler temperatures as we head into the start of next week. But here's our temperature anomalies going throughout the next couple of days. You'll notice that the warmer air gets pushed along the East Coast, but then once all of that passes by, we get those cooler temperatures coming in for some of those areas. Here's a look at that storm that's looking to develop as we head into Saturday and Sunday. You'll notice it kind of sticks in this area and then gets pushed up over towards areas in New England. And then going throughout the next couple of days, not a whole lot going on. We'll see a few systems trying to come through, bringing us some rain, especially on Thursday for a lot of us from Norfolk down towards Orlando and Atlanta. But you'll notice this storm kind of bombs out as it makes its way off the coast of the area. So it's certainly looking like a pretty significant storm once it gets to the north of Maine. But looking at the travel weather for the next couple of days, this afternoon for a lot of us, going to be not bad. 51 degrees in Richmond. It's still going to be chilly in Minneapolis, but 15, at least you'll be, well above freezing. 73 in Orlando, 32 in Columbus. 27 degrees in Syracuse. And as we head to our Saturday, the first day of the weekend, temperatures still pretty chilly. 45 in Richmond, 31 though in Minneapolis. These are the warmer temperatures we're talking about. Not 50, 60 degrees, but better than the negative 25 wind chill and those temperatures that just stay at 0. 31 is going to be feeling pretty good. Same with Chicago, pushing 40 degrees. 33 in Midland, 55 in Knoxville, and as we get into Sunday, still 46 in Chicago. Their wind chill yesterday was, negative 12. So 46 is going to be feeling like summer for them over there. Same with Minneapolis, 37 on Sunday, 45 in Chamberlain, South Dakota, 47 in Omaha, 75 in Dallas, though, 73 in New Orleans, 77 in Orlando. A little bit warmer in Richmond, 49 degrees. 37 in Syracuse, 28 over in Maine, 37 in Boston. But again, once we get to the start of the work week, that warmer air starts to push more towards the east. So Richmond will be up pushing 60, 64 in Atlanta, 58 in Columbus. It'll be 38 in Old Town. But with the warmer temperatures, we have the chance to see a few scattered showers really each and every day throughout the work week. Not a high chance, but that chance still is there. Once we get into Tuesday, pushing 70 in Richmond, 46 in Columbus, 82 in Orlando, 75 in Phoenix, 26 in Minneapolis. This is when that colder air starts to come back down into these areas, kind of snapping them back into reality. Wednesday's high, 20 in Minneapolis, so you're down 15 degrees since your Monday forecast heading into Wednesday. Chicago cooling down 34 by Wednesday, 58 in Richmond. We're looking at 42 though in Old Town, 47 in Boston as we head into Wednesday. So that'll be feeling pretty nice. But now we're going to take a closer look into the weather here in Hampton Roads. I mean, yesterday is going to be pretty similar to today. We got up to about 49 degrees, which is still 6 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. Record high 77, not even close to that. But the last 20 hours or so, those temperatures haven't moved a whole lot, pretty average from what you'd see in a 20-hour time frame. But if you remember yesterday at this time, when that cold front pushed through the evening before, those temperatures plummeted from the low 70s in the morning to the low 40s in the evening and 30s overnight. But out there right now, we have a high pressure really just dominating the area. So that's helping us stay dry. But you'll notice we have this stationary front just off towards the west and some of these clouds moving into the area, which is going to affect our viewing for those meteor showers tonight. It's not going to be cloudy all night for the entire time. It'll be partly to mostly cloudy. So we still have the chance to see a few of those meteors throughout the night tonight. But out there right now, I mean, we have plenty of blue skies. It's looking fantastic out there. It looks warm, but it's not. We'll get up to about 50 degrees by the afternoon. We started off in the mid to upper 20s and low 30s. Again, a good amount of sunshine throughout the morning, but once we get later into the afternoon and evening hours, the cloud cover kind of picks up a bit, but you'll notice temperatures don't drop off a whole lot heading into the evening, due to a little bit from that cloud cover. You don't get as much radiational cooling, so it's harder for that warmer air to escape back up into the atmosphere to help cool us down. Now, wind gusts are also really, really light. We're not really seeing much throughout the area. Remember the last couple of days, gusts have been kind of brutal. They've been putting a damper on a lot of things because not only was it chilly, but then you add in the wind factor and it doesn't feel great. So pretty light throughout the day today, but as we head into tomorrow, the breezes are going to pick up. We'll see gusts up to about 20 miles per hour. So again, that'll add an extra chill to the air as we head into Saturday. But still, temperatures will be pretty similar. Heading into the afternoon today, good amount of sunshine. We'll see that increase in cloud cover. By the afternoon and evening hours, temperatures dropping back into the lower 40s. So any plans for your Friday, it's not looking bad, just going to be a little bit cool. Heading into our Saturday morning, we clear out, skies are nice. If you do actually want to see the meteors, I would say the best time would be super early morning. Early Saturday morning, 4 or 5 o'clock, if the sun's still down, of course. But we'll get up into the upper 30s to lower 40s to start off our Saturday morning, so it'll be a little bit warmer than what we saw this morning. Heading into Saturday afternoon, mid to upper 40s for the afternoon, so another chilly day. Some more clouds heading into the afternoon. You'll see some of these clouds coming in from the coast due to that shift in that wind direction over there. But for the weekend, Saturday, 49 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Then we'll see that nice warm up heading into Sunday, 56 degrees, mostly cloudy skies though. A very small chance to see a sprinkle heading into the late day on Sunday. But again, those rain chances do kind of uptick a bit for the start of the work week. Again, not big rain chances. Our highest chance would definitely be on Thursday once we see that stronger cold front make its way into the area. And you'll notice those temperatures drop after it comes through because we have our first front kind of coming in Tuesday into Wednesday. But it's not looking like it's going to bring much in the way of precipitation. We have a chance to see a few isolated to maybe scattered showers. But before it comes through, we're in the low to mid 60s. 63 on Monday, 65 degrees on Tuesday. Then we're in the mid 50s for Wednesday and Thursday, which is really where we should be for this time of year. Our average high is about 55 degrees. And then as we get into Friday, Saturday, after the second front pushes through, we drop back down to the 40s. Even next Sunday, looking like it'll be another very chilly day, only getting right now into the upper 30s, but still well below average for where we should be for this time of year. So let's time this one out here. Heading into Sunday night, again, not a big chance to see some of those scattered showers heading into the area. A bit of cloud cover to start off for Monday morning, but here's that second front that pushes through. You'll notice that when it was coming, it kind of like broke apart a little bit, and then the precipitation kind of got back together after it pushed through. But again, we have that chance to see a few isolated showers or sprinkles as it comes into the area. But by Wednesday, this is when we'll start to see definitely more cloud cover coming in, some showers coming up from the south, especially getting into late Wednesday. Cold front coming in from the west. And then looking like we'll see a lot of rain showers throughout the day on Thursday, especially into Thursday evening, and then we'll clear out for Friday, and temperatures really knock down back into the 40s, unfortunately. But you know what? We need the rain. A lot of us are still in a moderate drought, even a severe drought in areas of Eastern Shore, Delaware. The whole state of Delaware is either severe or extreme. Even in areas of southern New Jersey, an extreme drought still. All of North Carolina, Virginia, moderate droughts. But down into the Hampton Roads area, Eastern Shore, you guys are in a severe drought. Same with areas of the Northern Neck, Northern Virginia. But everywhere else is still in a moderate drought. So definitely needed as we go throughout the next couple of days. Here in December, though, we do have a surplus of rain. Just about an inch and a half more than what we normally get. But I mean, the last couple of months, we were well below where we should have been, especially in October, when we had that longest dry streak ever, and we barely saw any rain. So the last 4 months, August, September, October, November, all below average. But July, we were at a surplus of over 4.5 inches. Back in March, a surplus of over 6.5 inches. So again, when all of these are kind of added up, we're still at a surplus for the year, over 2 inches. But just because we're at a surplus doesn't mean we're not seeing any drought activity, because we certainly are, because we just had this giant stretch of really no rain. So that's why we're kind of starting to see more of those drought conditions, or they're persisting throughout the area. Today, mid to lower 50s, good amount of sunshine in the morning, more clouds heading into the afternoon. Eastern Shore, mid 40s, so a little bit cooler over there. Same in Gloucester, Hampton, Matthews, sitting in the mid to upper 40s. And as we head into North Carolina, you guys are always a little bit warmer. 55 degrees in Hertford, Elizabeth City, 50 in Kill Devil Hills, and 51 down in Manio. Tonight, not going to be as cold as what we saw this morning or last night. We'll get down to about 40, some mid to upper 30s out there, especially if you're further inland. But mostly to partly cloudy skies. We'll see less cloud cover getting into our Saturday morning. But again, not the best night to see some of those meteors. But tomorrow, 49 degrees, still cool, but it's going to be a little bit breezier heading into the afternoon. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, gusts up to about 20. 7-day forecast, Saturday and Sunday. Not a terrible weekend. 49 degrees on Saturday, 56 on Sunday, and then those rain chances start to go up a little bit heading into the start of the work week, but warm temperatures for Monday and Tuesday, mid to upper 60s, dropping back down on Wednesday. And then Thursday, that's when we'll see those rain chances really going up when that cold front pushes through. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. More with Moeller. Again, I'm meteorologist Hunter Forst. For 13 News Now, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. Instagram is Hunter Forst, Hunner. I appreciate you taking the time today. Had a lot of great topics. We'll be back on Monday, starting at 9 o'clock. Thanks again for watching.